Howdy guys, how's it going? So we have got another 24-hour MRE here in front of us, and this is the Survivor Daily Ration Menu 1. Now I believe Menu 1 is the only menu that is currently offered with this particular ration, but this one was designed by the U.S. Department of Defense Logistics Agency. It's got around 2,250 calories per the overall package contents. This thing is designed to meet FEMA's unique standards for what a daily ration should consist of for an individual. And like pretty much all of your other U.S. MREs, this does not require you to have to heat any of the meal components that are in this, but we will be taking and boiling the retort pouches. This does not have an FRH heater in it, so that would really be your only option for warming up these meals unless you was to take and empty them out into a pan or a pot and just kind of warm them up that way, but boiling them is a lot easier. So, with all of that said, let's just rip this open and take a look at the contents, because we're going to be going with breakfast. Now, just based off of the list online, this right here gives you all your nutrition facts for the mains. Okay, so here we've got our beans with potatoes. Got our accessory packets, spoon, napkin, salt, pepper, and then there is, I think, a sodium-free seasoning packet in there. Standard MRE crackers. Okay, the apple pieces and sauce, or spice sauce, that's nutrition facts there, so that's one of these. Okay, here's our bean salad, which I think is pretty straightforward. I think that's just different types of beans. And then our apple pieces in spice sauce. Here we got our sunflower butter, which will most likely be pairing with our crackers. And then here we have what I'm going to be consuming for breakfast, because normally I don't eat a large breakfast. Sometimes I don't eat breakfast at all. It just really depends on what I eat the night before, because I tend to eat pretty large meals late. But we got sweet potato grape smoothie. When I first seen this, I thought this was going to be a powdered type of mix that we would have to mix in water, but everything in here doesn't require any water for preparation. There's no drink mixes of any kind. And I've got a glass that we'll pour this into so we can see the consistency of it. And then here we have a high protein cereal bar. So yeah, these are going to be the two things that we consume for breakfast. And right here, I have got ourselves a glass so that we can have a gander at what this looks like. It seems as though everything in this, which it makes a lot of sense, is softer type foods. There's no meats. So if anybody was vegetarian, or, you know, I think different types of religions have different feelings about certain types of meat, that anybody can consume this and consume it relatively easily. I mean, something like this right here, that's just very, very liquidy consistency, because this meal has been stored at about 66 degrees. So other than just now bringing it outside, it's not been exposed to any warmer temperatures. Small children, elderly people could easily drink that. Now, as far as the taste of it, that's not bad at all. I gotta be honest, I love sweet potato. I don't really taste any grape personally, but yeah, sweet potato puree, banana puree, white grape juice concentrate, sugar, soybean oil, and yeah, that's basically it. There's maltodextrin in it. I guess that just to help thicken it up a little bit. But, yeah, that actually is not bad at all. Yeah, 43 grams of sugar. So, I mean, that is a decent bit. I know as soon as I finish drinking that, I feel like I could take and just down 16 ounces of water immediately because sugar just really throws my thirst into overdrive, but very tasty and sugar rush afterwards. Then now for the high protein cereal bar. Okay, this is not exactly what I was expecting. This, to me, looks pretty identical to what the First Strike ration bars look like, and kind of has the exact same texture and consistency. Okay, a little bit easier to chew. You do have some more crunchy cereal grains in there, and a nice low-key chocolate flavor. So in comparison to everything that's in front of us, obviously we've not tried none of the mains, but I'd say this would be the hardest thing for anyone to chew, but not nearly as difficult as one of the standard First Strike ration bars. So yeah, this was a very quick, easy, simple breakfast. I'm going to try to decide on what I want to set aside for lunch and then for supper later on. And I'll get back to y'all whenever it's time for lunch. Okay, so it is now time for lunch. I took and boiled up our bean salad retort pouch. So this is steaming hot. I'm going to be putting it in this double-walled Silverant titanium bowl so you guys can have a look at it. Open the accessory packet. Very flimsy spoon, but we are going to use the one that's with it. I'm sure this doesn't have any or a ton of seasoning in it. It is pretty thick. But yeah, I'm going to try a bite of it without anything on it. Okay, that is surprisingly sweet. The other meal is bean and potatoes, and I know that I'm going to want, just because it has some potatoes and stuff in it, that I want the pepper. Pepper would be good on this, but I think I'm going to try to see what this sodium-free seasoning is like, along with some salt, because I would like to tone down the sweetness of this a decent bit. It was already kind of clumped together. Try a bite out with that seasoning on there. Okay, tastes like there might be a bit of garlic in that seasoning, but didn't do a ton for it. But I know that they want to keep these relatively, not bland, but plain. Because there is some flavor there, but just so that it's more palatable for a wider range of people. So that's with the salt added. Okay, yeah, the salt helps a lot. Would still really like to be able to add pepper to this, but not knowing for sure what the other one's like. We'll hold off. The MRE cracker, I mean, it's the same across the board, so it's nothing, nothing crazy there, nothing new. If anything, check out some of the other review videos, but I do want to try some of this with one of the crackers. So yeah, you don't really need the crackers with this because it is such a thick bean mixture. I think there's maltodextrin in this too, which thickens it up a bit. But it's really not bad. And one thing for sure, the thickness and heartiness of this bean salad, even though it's not a huge portion, it does have a very filling effect. Finished the last few bites of that bean stuff. Or that bean salad. Let's try out this sunflower butter. I know that I've got sunflower butter in some type of MRE before, but I really don't even remember what it tastes like. And I'm sure this is in here in place of peanut butter because people have peanut butter allergies, but it's got a similar color and consistency, so I'm going to just get a taste of it. Okay, that's actually pretty dang good. Because, I mean, I love sunflower seeds. Bit runny. You just gotta make sure you got plenty of water to wash it down with. And there you go. So overall, that was surprisingly fairly filling lunch. I don't feel completely full, but I feel fuller than what I felt was on the table would have provided. And the flavor was not bad. And we'll touch on all that stuff once we've had our supper later on and completed the full MRE ration. The sunflower butter was very, very good. But yeah, I will get back with y'all when it's time for the last meal. Alrighty guys, so it's time for the final meal of the day. So I just got these off of the boil. It's very, very hot. And we're going to be going with the beans with potatoes. And then for a bit of a dessert, oh, that one's really hot, we have got apple pieces in spice sauce. So let's open this up. That appears to have a very similar appearance and almost an exact consistency as our bean salad. Both of them look like they have kidney beans in them. I think that's kidney beans. And then there's like the little chunks of potato. But let's get a bite of this and see what it tastes like before we put our pepper on it. And yeah, a very similar taste as well. But because it's such a plain tasting base with the beans and whatever that type of sauce mixture is in there, the potatoes really do stand out in flavor. But I was able to keep track of the pepper packet that come with it, so we are going to sprinkle that in, give that a good stir. Yeah, just that really small amount of black pepper makes a world, and I mean a world of difference. It's a shame they don't have 2 packets in there to where you could add it to that other main, because I feel like that would help a lot just in how, you know, flavorful this stuff can be. I'm not sure, you know, I'm assuming these are the types of things that would be implemented and deployed in like disaster relief areas and stuff. So, you know, the likelihood of having access to other spices and just basic spices like salt and pepper, you know, might not be an option. But if it was, then you could really doctor these things up. But as it stands, I mean, these are by no means bad. So that was not bad at all. And for the apples, since they're sticky, and I feel like most everybody has seen these, there's no reason to get these out and just dirty up another bowl or plate. That right there is just some standard MRE spiced apples and sauce. They do have a really good smell to them. Since I boiled these in the same pot, these absorbed a lot more heat than the bean and potatoes did. Give this a go. You know what? They're surprisingly more of a nice crispy apple than you would think, being suspended in a sauce like this. The amount of time that they have. I mean, these are very new, fresh rations, so that might change over the course of time. But yeah, very nice consistency to that. Nice subtle cinnamon flavor. I'm somebody, I love like a lot of cinnamon on my apples, but it's good to have a little bit on there as opposed to none at all. Okay, well, I made quick work of them apples, and guys, that is everything that was in the Survivor Daily Ration Menu 1. Curious to see if they add more menu options for this in the future. But that is going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoy these MRE ration reviews. I've got a really cool 24-hour ration, a foreign MRE, another one to do, because you guys really seem to like that Ukrainian 24-hour Army ration video. So, got another country's 24-hour ration video that we've not covered before. So far, I know we've covered the French. It was really good. Might do another one of those, because I've done that first one a little bit earlier on in this channel's lifespan, and it was very delicious. So I'd be happy to do one of those again. Done a British, you know, we've done the US, the Ukrainian, and I think that's all of the 24-hour ones we've done so far. And there's quite a few countries out there that have some pretty interesting ones. We've done the Chinese Special Forces one, but that was just a singular meal. So yeah, just be sure to hit me up in the comments section, guys. Let me know what you would like to see. If there's particular countries MRE that we have not covered that you would really like to see, let me know. I will put a link to the playlist of the MREs that we've done so far in the video description, as well as a link to where you can pick one of these bad boys up, and a link to the other gear and stuff that I've used. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you've not already, share the channel with your friends, family, anybody enjoys good old outdoor activities and gear. And until the next one, guys, adios.